Good evening, my fellow Americans and the people of the world. It is my honor to... Sorry, wrong script. This is the Zelda Word Pronunciation Challenge. Welcome to my blog. I'm not really used to doing intros, and I actually tried this earlier, but it went on for like 20 minutes, and I was only halfway through, so I'm just going to go right through it. With a brief explanation of what the person is, in case it's obscure. Also, these are just my personal pronunciations. I apologize if I offend anyone by not getting it right. I'm a perfectionist as well as anybody, but it's the way I say it. So, first is Aeralfos, the flying mini-boss from City in the Sky from Twilight Princess. We have Agahnim, the sort of main antagonist from Link to the Past, Ganon's disguise. We have Anju, the owner of the Stockpot Inn from Majora's Mask. We have Argorok, the final boss from City in the Sky from Twilight Princess. We have Arrghus, one of the bosses from A Link to the Past. I don't remember which dungeon he was in. Sorry. We have Armogohma, the boss from Twilight Princess. We have Armos, the statues that come to life if you touch them, and they can be destroyed with bombs or a really powerful sword. We have Aryll, Link's sister from Wind Waker. We have Aquamentus, the first boss from both Legend of Zelda and Oracle of Seasons. Then we have Barinade, the third boss from Ocarina of Time, the boss of Jabu-Jabu's belly. We have the Bazaar, which is the market that you buy your shield from in Ocarina of Time. You can get it somewhere else, but that's where you can buy it. We have the Beamos, the beam enemies from a lot of games in the series. We have Bellum, the final boss of Phantom Hourglass. We have the Biggoron sword, Biggoron, the giant Goron on top of Death Mountain. We have Bilocyte, the creature that's infecting the giant whale in Skyward Sword. And then we have Blizzeta, which is the boss from Twilight Princess, the boss of the Snow Peak Ruins. Then we have the Bokoblin, which are common creatures from Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, and I think Breath of the Wild, the Bokoblin. Then we have Bombchus, those moving homing bombs from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and probably some other games. We have the Bulblin, which are the green goblin-like creatures from Twilight Princess. They're the ones led by King Bulblin, so on. We have Sia, the original character from Hyrule Warriors. We have Cojiro, which is the chicken that you get from the Cucco lady in Ocarina of Time to give to her brother for the Biggoron sword side quest. We have Cremia, who is the elder sister of the two farmers, whose name I will not say it because it's further on the list. She is the Majora's Mask version of another character that I can't say yet, but they're both ranchers. So, okay. Now we have the Cucco, the incredibly deadly chickens. I pronounce it Cucco because when I was young, I got confused by the U and the O, so I was like Cucco. Cucco. Okay. Next we have Dampé, who is the gravedigger from Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess. Oh, wow. Sorry, not Twilight Princess. He was in Majora's Mask. Shame on me. We have Dangoro, the mini-boss from the Goron mines. We have Darmani, he's right after, so I'm just going to say it. Darmani is the Majora's Mask equivalent of Darunia, and they are both the leaders of their Goron tribes. Well, Darmani isn't really a leader, but he's a hero, so he's close enough. Then we have the Deku, such as the Deku Tree, the Deku Tree Sprout, the Deku Scrubs, Deku Sticks, Deku Nuts, Deku Seeds, so on and so forth. Deku. We have Diababa, which is the first boss in Twilight Princess, the boss of the Forest Temple. Digdogger, one of the bosses from Legend of Zelda, who is, I cannot remember what dungeon that is from. We have Din, the goddess of power. Dinalfos, which are more powerful versions of the enemies that I'm going to list later on. You'll know when they are. We have Dodongo, the giant reptilians that you can blow up with bombs or smack their tails to death. We have Epona, the horse, the loyal horse from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess. The one in Breath of the Wild doesn't look like her, therefore I will not call her as such. Feror, the goddess of courage. Feror, okay. This one is going to upset people, but Fi, otherwise known as Fi. You know, I pronounce it as Fi because I like to think that it's short for Fiona. We have Fierce Deity Link. I'm not sure why that's on the list, because it's not like it's, you know, it's Fierce Deity Link, who is the super OP version of Link in Majora's Mask once he puts on the Fierce Deity Mask to fight Majora. Dang it. We have Virus, the second boss in Twilight Princess. He is the boss of the Goron Mines. He's after you fight Dangoro. Next we have Ganondorf, and subsequently Ganon. So Ganon, Ganondorf. That needs no explanation. The Garo Master, one of several mini-bosses from Stone Tower Temple. So it's going to upset people, but Gerudo, otherwise known as the Gerudo. I always pronounced it Gerudo because when I was young I got confused by the U and the E, so I said Gerudo. Maybe I was dyslexic, I don't know. Next we have Girahim, the main antagonist of Skyward Sword. We have Gleeok, I love that name. Gleeok, one of the bosses from the original Legend of Zelda. I don't remember what dungeon it's in. We have Godin, the boss of the Tower of the Gods from Wind Waker. We have Gama, the spider arachnid crab crustacean thing from the first Legend of Zelda. Then we have Ocarina of Time. Then we have Wind Waker. Then we have Twilight Princess. Yeah. We have Got, the second boss in Majora's Mask, the boss of the Snowhead Temple. Then we have Gomez, one of the other mini bosses from Stone Tower Temple in Majora's Mask. Gomez. Gyorg is the third boss in Majora's Mask. That is from the Great Bay Temple. It's also a common enemy in the Wind Waker, and I think Phantom Hourglass as well. Can't be sure. I'll get back to you. Next we have the Helmasaur King. Helmasaur from A Link to the Past. I don't remember which dungeon that one was in. Then we have the Helmarok King. That is the giant bird that kidnaps Aryll at the beginning of the Wind Waker, and you fight that one. Fight him on top of the Forbidden Fortress. Then we have, this one's gonna piss people off. Next we have Hylia. I've always pronounced it Hylia because I was confused by the IA, and I guess it's pronounced Hylia, but the correlation reminded me of Star Wars Princess Leia, so I'm like, oh, okay, Lake Hylia. Next we have Hylian. That's probably another reason, or actually I always pronounce it Lake Hylian, with the little N at the end. Lake Hylian. So Hylian, and then we have Hyrule. Then we have Egos du Ikana. That is the king of Ikana Kingdom, I guess. The sort of boss of the mini dungeon, the Ikana Castle. Then we have Ilia, who is the ranch girl from Twilight Princess. Didn't care for her. Then we have Impa. Technically she was in the first Legend of Zelda, but only as backstory. So first actual appearance was in Ocarina of Time, and then she showed up in Wind Waker as a cameo, stained glass window, and then she appeared in Skyward Sword, and then Hyrule Warriors. So Impa. And then we have Ingo, who is one of the ranch helpers in Ocarina of Time. We have Jabu-Jabu, who is obviously the giant whale from Ocarina of Time and Oracle of Ages. I think that's about it. Jabu-Jabu. Then we have Jalhala. That's an awesome name. Jalhala is the third boss of Wind Waker. He's in the Earth Temple. Jalhala. Then we have Keapora Gaebora, because I didn't understand at the time that A and E mean A, Kpora Gaebora. So Keapora Gaebora, who is the annoying owl from Ocarina of Time. And then God, my pronunciations are so wrong. So wrong. We have Kafia. Yep, I pronounce it as Kafia. Apparently it's supposed to be Cafe, who is the person wearing the Keaton mask. Is that on the list? No. The yellow fox mask and Majora's Mask. So, Kafia. And then we have Cocorico. You know, Cocorico Village. First from A Link to the Past, then Ocarina of Time, then Twilight Princess. Cocorico Village. And then we have the Kale Deamos, who was the second boss in Wind Waker, the boss of the Forbidden Woods. Is it woods or is it forest? I can't remember. I'll get back to you. Then we have the Argorok. Argoroks are common enemies in Twilight Princess. They're the giant pterodactyl things. Pteranodons. I don't know. Argorok. Then we have Keese. Keese, the bat enemies from everywhere in the series. And then we have Koholint Island from Link's Awakening, the main setting that sadly vanishes away because that ending depresses me. Koholint Island. Then we have the Kokiri. The Kokiri. Apparently it's supposed to be Kokiri, but no. Kokiri. The Kokiri Forest from Ocarina of Time. Then we have Kalaktos. Kalaktos, one of the bosses from Skyward Sword, the best boss ever because it's so awesome, from the Ancient Cistern. And then we have, it's probably going to piss a lot of people off, but we have Kotake, Kum and Kotake, the two sisters who form another boss that's further down on the list. I'll get to her. So Kum and Kotake. And then we have Leineru, such as the Light Spirit from Twilight Princess, or the Province from Skyward Sword. We have Levius, the giant flying whale that was infected by Bilocyte. Then we have Lizalfos, the slightly weaker version of Dinalfos, Lizalfos. We have Magmanos, which is the giant lava hand from Skyward Sword. I believe you fight 3 of those total, 1 alone and then 2 together. I believe that's from the Fire Sanctuary. Magmanos. And then we have Majora's Mask. We have Mallow, one of the brat kids from Twilight Princess. I hate this character so much. It's just so annoying. I don't like him at all. So Mallow Mart. And then we have Malin, the young ranch hand from Ocarina of Time. And then we have Manhandla, the plant enemy boss from the first Legend of Zelda and several other games, but I really only know it from Legend of Zelda and Hyrule Warriors. And then we have Marin. Marin is the pseudo-companion character of Link's Awakening. She is the one who helps Link learn the song, you know, the Ballad of the Windfish. And then we have my favorite companion character ever. We have Midna, the Twilight Princess. If you don't know who that is, get out. Then we have Moblin. Those are the giant pig enemies. I actually didn't know it, but the ones from Ocarina of Time, when you're trying to get to the Forest Temple, and you're in the Second Forest Meadow, and you're navigating the little maze, those are Moblins. Really, 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 really tough, scary Moblins. Then we have Moldarak, which is 2 bosses, technically the same boss. You fight them on 2 separate occasions in Skyward Sword. Once in the, I don't remember where, but it's in there. And then we have Moldorm, which are the snake enemies that you have to hit the head or the tail. I remember the one from Link to the Past. And then we have Mulgara, which is the 4th boss of Wind Waker. You fight that in the Wind Temple. Mulgara, the flying eel. Excuse me. Then we have Morpha, who is he is the 6th boss of Ocarina of Time, the water boss of the Water Temple. This one, kind of annoying, but not really all that challenging. Then we have Morpheal, who is the 3rd boss of Twilight Princess. That is the boss that acts a lot like Morpha at first, but then comes out of the ground. And that is the boss of the Lakebed Temple. And then we have Mathula. Mathula being the giant moth boss from Link to the Past, and one of the Oracle games. I don't remember which one. It's also an enemy in Wind Waker. A mini-boss, if you will. A mini-boss becomes a common enemy. And then we have Nabooru, Ganondorf's second in command during Ocarina of Time, who became the Sage of Spirit. We have Navi, the guiding fairy from Ocarina of Time. We have Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. We have Ocarina, as in Ocarina of Time. Apparently some people pronounce it Ocarina, but I say Ocarina. Then we have Octorok. Those are the squid enemies that spit rocks at you. From going back as far back as the first Legend of Zelda. Hope they're in Breath of the Wild. I really miss that. Then we have Adalwa. Adalwa being the first boss of Majora's Mask, the boss of the Windfall Temple. I want to make sure that's right. Yeah, Windfall Temple. Then we have Uchu. The Uchu, the bird people from Twilight Princess. And subsequently we have Ucha. And then we have Ook. Ook is the first mini-boss of Twilight Princess, the mini-boss of the Forest Temple. We have Patra, which is a boss. I don't remember which game. I actually added this a little while ago, but I don't remember which game it was from. But Patra is a boss, I know that much. I believe it's an eye with several smaller eyes flying around it. Maybe. Then we have Rayaru. Rayaru. When I was young, I didn't recognize the phonetic pronunciations regarding A and U, so I just went with Rayaru, who is the Sage of Light in Ocarina of Time. And then we have Romani. Romani is the ranch that the Romani sisters own, and the younger sister is named Romani. And then we have Ruto, Princess Ruto. And subsequently, we have Rutella from Twilight Princess. Ruto is the Sage of Water, who is the Princess of the Zoras. Rutella is the Queen of the Zoras in Twilight Princess, who sadly got axed, quite literally. Then we have Sahasrara, who is the mentor, elder mentor character from Link to the Past, and I believe A Link Between Worlds. I've never played that game, so I don't know for sure. Sahasrara. Then we have Saria, who is the Sage of Forest in Ocarina of Time, who is Link's childhood friend. Then we have Scaldera, who is the second boss. Yes, the second boss of Skyward Sword, the boss of the Earth Temple. And then we have Skirbo. Skirbo is the mini-boss of the Sand Ship. Or it might be Dreadfuse. I don't really know. They got them switched around. But Skirbo is one of those. He's the pirate robot. And then we have Sheik and the Sheikah, because they're both related. Sheikah being the secret guards of the royal family, and Sheik being Zelda's disguise in Ocarina of Time. And then we have Skeldritch. Apparently that's a boss from Spirit Tracks, but I've never played that game, so Skeldritch. Then we have Skullkita, who is not a boss, but it's an enemy that you fight for the captain's hat in Majora's Mask. It is the giant skeleton right next to the Gravedigger's house. And then we have, apparently it's supposed to be pronounced Skulltula, but I've always pronounced it Skulltula, because again, I never recognized the correlation between the U and the U. So, Skulltula, who are the giant spider enemies with skull shells in just about every game. Then we have Stalfos, skeleton enemies going all the way back to the first Zelda. We have Stalord, who is the fourth boss of Twilight Princess, the boss of the Arbiter's Grounds. The Arbiter's Grounds, Stalord. We have Tael. Tael. Again, I didn't recognize the A and the E, but it's apparently supposed to be Tael, the purple fairy from Majora's Mask. He accompanies Skull Kid, while the other accompanies Link. And next we have Tallow, who is Mallow's older brother. Tallow is slightly less annoying, but no less aggravating, from Twilight Princess. Then we have Talon, who is the ranch owner from, from Ocarina of Time, Lon Lon Ranch. Talon is the owner. We have Terran, who is the Link's Awakening equivalent of Talon. Terran is the father of Marin from Link's Awakening. And then we have Tattle. Tattle is Tael's sister. Tattle accompanies Link across Majora's Mask. Then we have Telma, who is the bar owner in Twilight Princess. Her cat is named Louise. This is a nice little pun for Thelma and Louise. And then we have Tantalus from Skyward Sword, the boss of the Sand Ship, who came out of nowhere. Then we have Termina, the main land in which Majora's Mask takes place. We have Tetra, Zelda's not quite disguised. Well, Tetra is the pirate leader in Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass. And then we have Ting. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. We have Trinex. Trinex is one of the bosses from Link's Awakening. No, from A Link to the Past. That's right. That was the one with 3 heads, the one that required the fire rod, the ice rod, and bombs. Then we have Twin Rova, who is Kum and Kotek fused together during Ocarina of Time and the Oracle games during a password game. So Twin Rova. We have Vati, who is apparently an overhyped boss final boss from Minish Cap and Four Swords Adventures? I don't know, I've never played either of those, so I don't really care. Vati. We have Vitreous. Vitreous is a boss, I believe, from I keep saying that. From A Link to the Past. Oh, I'm almost done. We have Volvagia. Volvagia, the fifth boss, fifth boss of Ocarina of Time. Boss of the Fire Temple, the Flying Dragon, Volvagia. And then we have Volga, who is an original character in Hyrule Warriors. Essentially, it is Volvagia, or maybe an ancestor or descendant or a relative. And then, just for the sake of it, we also have Valu, who is the dragon from Wind Waker. A nice dragon. Poor guy had his tail attacked by Gama, mentioned above. And then we have Wizro, an original character from Hyrule Warriors based on the Wizrobe, who is a common enemy in pretty much every Zelda game except for Ocarina of Time and a few others. I mostly remember it from Wind Waker and Majora's Mask. And then we have Yita and Yito, who are the 2 Yetis from Twilight Princess. Yita being the woman who falls ill and becomes Blizzeta, and Yuto is her doting husband who tries to make her feel better. And isn't that nice? Then we have Zant. Zant, the pseudo-main antagonist of Twilight Princess, who attacks Midna and Link across their entire journey. And then, because it felt wrong not to include her name, we have Zelda. No explanation needed. And then we have the Indigo-Gos, the band from Majora's Mask. We have Lulu, Evan, Maikau. I didn't recognize the correlation. Leave me alone. Japas, Tijo, I don't know why I pronounced it that way, but Tijo, and Toto. Okay, this is good. I finished in almost 25 minutes. So yeah, that is how I pronounce just about a lot of the names in the Legend of Zelda series. If you're interested, you can go ahead and do this, for yourself. I'll include the words so you can read them aloud. Thank you for watching, and if you have anything mean to say, go ahead and say it. I'm free will and all that. So, bye.